Alcatel presents here on the IFA in Berlin 4 new phones. Here we are, the A7, that's the mid-class, A7 XL, Idle 5 and Idle 5S. Let's start, of course, with the Idle 5, because I guess you all remember the Idle 4. That was iconic, wasn't it? With the stereo speakers on the front. Now not only on the backside anymore, because just on the front, because this one is now aluminum unibody. So I guess this wasn't possible. But here you have these, for the antenna, these stripes looking very elegant. I find it very, and it's lightweight and resting great in the palm. I love it. On the other side, you have here, that's aluminum too. You have a metal edge around here, but it's not unibody, not built from one piece, so it's molded together somewhere. That's the difference between the, let's call it the luxury model and the basic model. All of the new 4 ones have that fingerprint scanner. They all come with 3 GB of RAM, of working memory, and they come with Android 7. The only exception is the A7 XL coming right now with the with Android 7.1.1. That's a little difference here. But let's go a little bit more into details. First of all, the special thing about the Idles is on the 4 and on the 5S you have a hardware button, which is done on the basic 5 here with a software button, and that's called the Now button. So we have some VIP apps. You can have, of course, arranged what kind of features you want to have below them, the most important apps, of course. You also can switch between, see here, 3 of them, or have 4 or up to 8. It's possible to have 8 of these VIP apps here. Or for example, which I really like, is Edit Home. So for example, you can have edit here a bigger or a smaller grid, and you even can have the text size arranged like this one here, or the very big one. So individualization is really a topic here on these both. And of course that thing here, that Now button. You also might have already seen that you have, I come a little bit closer, maybe this one is better here. So they are prepared here 2 Facebook icons, because you can clone apps of both. This one here is, this one is the Idle 5. So you have hybrid dual SIM on the 5S. Unfortunately, it's not a dual SIM version, as far as I know. So this one here, you can also have cloned WhatsApp and Facebook and others. So you can have inserted 2 SIM cards, and for every SIM card, for every mobile number, you can have a separate WhatsApp account. I once tried to do a workaround with that. It didn't work at all. It was a mess. So I really appreciate that feature. Both come with a 5.2-inch display. All of them have 1080p, meaning 1080 by 1920 pixels, high resolution. We have here on the basic 5, on the backside 13 megapixels, on the front 5. And this one is 12 megapixels, only 12 instead of 13, but we have bigger diodes here on the sensor. So you have 1.25 micrometers, meaning catching a lot of light, being an advantage if, for example, on the late evening. But nevertheless, you have, of course, on the backside LED flash, and all 4 of them have on the front also a flash. Not so bright like on the backside, I know, but it's better than nothing, and way better than just the display. So selfies here is also a big deal, especially on the 5S, because you have not 5 but 8 megapixels, and especially big bright pixels, again 1.4 micrometers also, so even brighter, catching more light than on the backside. So this one is a selfie phone, I'd say. All 3 of them, like I told you, have 3 GB of RAM. The 5S has 32 GB internal memory, all of them expandable. A little bit, unfortunately, on the 5, only 16. And you know, that's gross. Net will be some, let's say, 8 or 9 or 7. We'll have to see in the final review. But it's a little bit less here. But wait for the prices coming, like always, at the end of that video. You have fingerprint sensor on all 4 of them. You have MediaTek processors. On the basic 5, it's the MediaTek 6753, and on the big one, it's a P20. So powerful, more power and more memory. So you see, that's the difference here. And the 5S is also the only one coming with Wi-Fi AC. All the other ones have only Wi-Fi N. And NFC you will find only on the A7 XL. We'll come into this a little bit later. And that's my point here to switch, because the A series or A7, the first from the mid-class, are also interesting, but of course, yeah, a little bit more for the middle class from the prices and for the target group. This one is not aluminum, but even if it's looking like, you see these reflections here a little bit reminding me on the Honor 8 or 9 with glass, but this one is more solid. Of course, if you will have to, if you drop it, for example, you will have better chances that this one will survive. Nevertheless, it looks classy in my opinion. While the A7 XL, it's the bigger one, of course, display 6-inch instead of 5.5 inch. That's why it's called XL. But it also has, like you can see, that dual camera. And here we have once again aluminum. That's unibody concerning these backside here, but it's plastic on the bottom and on the top here. But nevertheless, looking very classy with that. I don't know how they call it. It's like stripes on one side like this and one side like that. Some, well, I guess Huawei would call it hyper diamond cut or something. You don't feel it that much like on the Huawei models with that diamond cut, but you see it and you feel it. It's very matte, very good grip for your fingers. Yeah, and with that, let's come a little bit to the battery sizes, because here both have 4,000 milliamps. The smaller ones, the Idol 5s for 5.2 inch display, have each 3,000 milliamps. Here, like I told you, 6-inch, 5.5-inch dual camera on the back side with 12 megapixels, and the second one has only 2 megapixels because you need it just for the bokeh effect. So you don't have any wide angle viewings or zoom or whatever. It's just plain sure 12 megapixels plus bokeh effect. On the front here it's 5, and here we have 8 megapixels. And in both cases, as a processor, it's a MediaTek 6750. Both have 3 GB of RAM, like I told you, all of them. Both have 32 GB of internal memory, expandable, and like I told you, on the XL it's a hybrid slot, so you can do you can use dual SIM here on this one. Yeah, and this one is coming with Android 7.0 and this with 7.1.1. And with that, let's come to prices and dates. I will place them back here so we can start. The A7 will be available right away, starting like always prices Germany, Europe, including 19% of tax, €249. The Idol, oh no, sorry, we was here. I was here. That was a 5. Just let me make it clear. Idol 5 starting right now, 249. Idol 5S 399, even available right now. On the A7, also coming these days, beginning of September, 249. And last but not least, the A7 XL coming in the 4th quarter of 2017 for 299. So that's enough, I hope, for you, at least from the booth of the TCL company Alcatel here from the IFA in Berlin. Thanks for watching. Please be so kind to rate this video. Maybe you even leave a sub and of course your opinion in the comments. Thanks for that in advance. Take care and bye.